And now for the starting lineups of this evening's game, beginning with the visiting team from Youngstown East. Starting this evening for the Golden Bears, number 2, junior Markel Gillespie. Number 3, senior Timothy Williams. Number 22, senior Dontrell Price. 24, senior Harry Benson. And number 32, junior Cody Williams. Golden Bears are coached by Dennis Simmons, assisted by Jason Lee, Brandon Boardman, and Norman Williams. And now starting this evening for your Boardman Spartans. Number 1, senior Javante Young. Number 3, senior Holden Rookie. Number 5, senior Mike Gillespie. Number 10, sophomore Derek Anderson. And number 21, junior Cam Reps. Spartans are coached by Tom Birch, assisted by David Gilmore, Eric Finger, Brett Malala, and James Summer.
And how are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the BHS Gymnasium. I am James Valentine, joined by Brandon Jackson, and we have a great matchup for you today with Boardman High School versus East High.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time,
how do you think today is going to go today?
I'm very excited to watch this matchup, as it'll be a very high-scoring game in my opinion. Holden Lipke, of course, coming off of his 1,000-point achievement, which are actually honoring him at mid-court right now. Standing ovation from the gymnasium. That has to be a special moment for Holden.
Mr. Jim Goski, the last boys player to reach this mark in 1991. Congratulations, Holden.
So, congratulations to Holden now, and congratulations to Holden, and hopefully the Spartans will gather around off of that achievement and get a good win today.
And you know, I gotta give it to East High's bench over there. They mad respect for Holden. Even though they're from different schools, different teams, they're all ball players. And they still have mad respect for him scoring that 1,000-point achievement.
Now going down the court, we get the opening tip-off, won by East. And Molesky with the steal early, giving to Young.
Seeing a bit of aggressiveness from Boardman like we do usually.
The Spartans with the same starting 5 as they had last game, as Derek Anderson misses that three-pointer. And as for the East Golden Bears, on the court is Markel Gillespie, Timothy Williams, Tyrell Davis, Dontrell Price.
And East scores the layup right there.
And Larry Ransom.
Dontrell Price for the Golden Bears.
Anderson going with it, gives inside to Krebs. Out to Molesky, who shoots a three-pointer.
And that's going to put it 3-2. He stumbles, passes it back.
Contested three-pointer, no good. Rebound, second chance opportunity is good, however, for Larry Ransom. Aggressive by East, pressuring the Spartans to get the ball up the court, but that leaves Young open in the corner, who takes the three-pointer, no good. Lipke.
This game coming off fast.
And a quick answer right back.
And responded quick again. We are currently at a score after score basis right now.
Three-pointer.
No good.
Second chance. Offensive rebounds being key for the Golden Bears so far in this one.
And that three is no good.
So now with the first stoppage of the game, with 5:17 to play. Ball gets around to Krebs. Also, Che Trevina getting the ball now entering the game. He was substituted in for Derek Anderson.
And Krebs for two, misses it, but Lipke recovers. And there's a foul on the play.
Markel Gillespie has to come off the court after that one. So it's just a stoppage for an injured player. Boardman will keep the ball with the 8-7 trail. Very nice stop by Ransom as it goes back out of bounds, and Trevina will inbound it.
And Krebs is going to give it right back to Trevina, who gives it to Molesky.
Lipke with a nice layup there.
Putting Boardman ahead.
And Jawante Young.
Oh, but steps out.
This is a very nice interception, however.
And Trey
Nice
Trevina
steal.
with the steal. And he gets two.
Goes down to the other end and just puts it in himself.
He thought about passing it to Molesky, but changed his mind in the last second.
Now it's a three-point lead for the Spartans, and another steal.
And I believe it was a foul on Boardman.
No, a foul on East, actually. That was Terrell Ingles. And Keyshawn Coleman will enter the game now for the Spartans. as Molesky comes off. So Krebs.
Krebs to the line for Spartans.
And Krebs is going to shoot.
A lot of energy early out of both teams.
Indeed.
We're over halfway through the first quarter.
And the first one is going to be no good. And second one is also no good, and East is going to recover, but loses it by Che.
Trevina gets trapped in the corner, gives it to Young. Now has the Lipke. He took the three at the top of the...
And he's going to make that three.
Another steal, but couldn't be saved from going out of bounds by Keyshawn Coleman. However, very nice hustle. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Who actually ran into the ref after that one.
And that's a timeout for East.
30 seconds timeout.
The start of this first quarter, to me, seemed like I was watching a game of tennis. My head was going back and forth. Both teams kept scoring quick as possible, getting down court as fast as possible, and scoring on every drive. Now, wonder if that's going to keep up.
So now back into the action, East with the ball.
And East loses it.
Gets it back though.
And shot recovered by Cameron Krebs, who takes it.
Gives to Lipke. Now it's Coleman working with it. Looks like an out of bounds was called on Boardman there. East doing really well with their pressure, but not paying off. On the other end is Jawante Young with an insane layup there.
And that's going to be a missed attempt for three by East. And ball stolen, but recovered by Boardman.
So it's Trevina. Goes and more fancy layups. That one no good though.
I believe that's what the kids call jellying.
Oh, it's been a fun season.
It's not over yet. And if that was on Boardman, that's going to be an and one.
Indeed it was.
It was a beautiful shot.
Not afraid to take any contact on his way up.
Nope. And Boardman is going to go down. Lipke has the ball. Passes to Molesky. To Trevina.
Anderson. Gonna be 2 shots for Anderson now. First one's good for Anderson. 41, well, more 42 seconds left in the first quarter.
.1.
Second, no good. Rebound was fought over, but East did get it. Too much on that one, and
That would have been a pretty cool shot if he made that. Lipke's going to bring it across court.
Timeout, Spartans, 30-second timeout.
that's timeout for the Spartans.
And go Wildcats.
The jazz band playing some interesting tunes here today.
And Trevina's going to pass it in.
Ten seconds.
And that's good for Boardman.
Billy Kamek getting his own rebound and putting it back in. And last second shot, no good. So if we're going with this whole High School Musical thing, does that make Holden Lipke the Troy Bolton of the team?
Yes. No doubt about it, yes.
So with the end of that first quarter, the score is 19-13 Spartans. And what can you say went right for the Spartans in that first quarter?
Probably everything. They had maybe, I wasn't keeping count, but at least maybe 15 steals in that first half, or first quarter. I don't know if it's East having Butterfingers today or if Boardman took some lessons from some thieves or something, but they are just on fire today.
And it'll be the Spartans passing the ball in to open up our second quarter.
And I believe that's a foul on Boardman.
And a nice take, but no good. But an offensive foul was called.
And Lipke passes to Molesky.
Back into Lipke. And no good. Foul on the floor, however, so the Spartans will keep it.
And stolen by East, who falls as he grabs it.
A travel called, so Spartans will get it back. Sorry about that.
Krebs being very aggressive on the inside.
Shot was no good, however, so East working with it now. And a little bit of miscommunication there, it looks like. But it results in 2 points for Derek Anderson on the other side.
That's going to make your score 21-13 Boardman.
6 minutes to play here in the first half.
And that's a charging call on East.
Krebs has taken a lot of those charges today. I think that's either the second or third one that he's taken.
Right place, right time.
Or wrong place, wrong time. Whichever way you want to look at it.
It depends if you're a Boardman or East.
And it's Molesky now.
And Krebs almost stolen from him.
Lipke driving. No good, no foul. Out of bounds, East ball. Holden was arguing that the ball got tipped by an East player.
And East being cornered. And that's going to be Anderson with another layup.
And a timeout called by East.
5:03 left to play in the first half.
30-second timeout.
Now East working with it.
And that three-point is no good, recovered by Lipke. And Molesky's going to bring it across court.
East hasn't been letting off the pressure. Travel call on Krebs. Anderson
with the steal.
And on the floor. Picked back up by East.
And
three-pointer.
Three. Nope. Krebs recovers it.
Inside Krebs. Fouled. It'll be a 1-on-1.
Krebs to the line for Boardman.
And East is driving inside, very aggressive, and that's going to be a two-shot foul. And first one is no good.
So as he's shooting his second free throw, the girls Spartans actually ended up their season on this past Wednesday. They were led by
And the second one is good. Lipke giving it to Connor Miller, and he's giving it right back to Lipke.
So they were led by Saxton, Sawyer, and Green.
And that three is good for Boardman.
The returning three-pointer no good for East, though.
Trevina recovers, but loses it.
They'll say a push out of bounds, and it'll stay with Boardman.
Lipke's going to give it to Molesky, who brings it across court and is being chased by 3 East players. Trevina for 3. Nope.
Rebound, Miller. Back to Trevina. It gets blocked, and it'll stay with Boardman. 2:43 to go in the first half.
And not sure what the call was there, but Lipke is going to shoot. And it's good.
So we'll get another one now.
And that one is no good. And East recovers it. And he was out of bounds. And it's going to be Boardman ball with
And that was not a, sorry, that was not a bounce call called by the entire Boardman student section. Quick hand, stolen. He sets up.
And not sure if he was trying to pass it or take out the cheerleaders, but either way, it went out of bounds.
So now it's Spartans ball.
And Molesky
almost kept it.
Not really sure who touched it last before it went out.
Molesky doesn't believe it was him, though.
For 3, nope.
Miller tips it out of bounds, so East keeps it.
And that was stolen, but given right back.
Shot no good, rebounded, and foul finally called. Shot doesn't count.
And it's going to be Price shooting for foul. And the first one is, as the student section called, an air ball. And the second one is good.
I guess you could say they were both nothing but net. Shot doesn't count.
Miller fouled.
He'll be in 1-1. Miller misses. Trevina.
Trevina, and Molesky gets it. Trevina goes up with 4 guys around him and gets the 2. And that's going to be 2 for East.
Spartans holding on to a 14-point lead. Just 1:19 to go in the first half.
And the first one is no good. And the second one is in. Molesky loses it, and it goes out on Molesky, and it's going to be East ball. And East for 2.
No good.
Off the rim. And he loses it. And I believe steps out of bounds.
Under a minute to go in the first half.
And Trevina is going to be passing it in.
Spartans up 13.
And Lipke gives it to Trevina. Trevina completely ignores East as they try to steal it from him and gets the layup.
Trevina's been in the zone tonight.
Boardman has been in the zone tonight. And not just the zone, Auto Zone. Not sponsored. And it's going to be Lipke shooting for Boardman. And the first one is no good. And the second one is nothing but rim. Still in it. And East makes the 3 there, putting them at 19. And it's going to be Jawante Young with the layup.
15 seconds.
East looking to score before the end of this half. For 3. And that's no good. And at the end of the first half, your score is going to
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me.
Boardman.
Where? Yeah. Hey, I remember syrups and from allowance. But that's what's some counterfeit, but now I'm counting problems out my account.
So Spartans off to a pretty good lead.
Yes, indeed. This is a great game for Boardman.
to the Boardman Athletics, the Quaker Steak and
Have
Lube.
you guys talked really at all?
Here with them is Phil Hall and Gizzard Cooper. Ohio Sports and Spine Institute, represented by Dr. Andrew Hospodar. From Kaler Fleming Insurance, Mr. Trent Kaler. And from Home Savings, Mr. Frank Constantini. Thank you for your support of Boardman Athletics and our athletic programs. Again, at halftime, please visit their tables out in the hall for refreshments and candy.
And
While we're acknowledging sponsors, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for this past season.
as mentioned by the wonderful Mr. Sim, in the center of the court, we have sponsors for Boardman Athletics.
Along with Boardman Spartan Athletic sponsors, Armstrong Cable, Cable Fleming Associates, Kraus Family Dental.
Don't really think the chicken wants to leave.
I mean, if I was in a chicken suit, I wouldn't want to leave either.
County Career Technical Center, Merrill Lynch St. Jones, Junior Taekwondo School, Mr. Anthony's, Lansing Masonry, Orthodontic Associates, Quaker State Community Express, Neiman's Valley Real Estate, Valley Care Health Systems of Ohio, VSN Athletic Performance and Fitness, National Fire and Water Revenue, Colorado Chiropractic, Pizza Hut, and Lindsay Lucio Photography.
And the Boardman cheerleaders. And we look at the remaining schedule for the Spartan boys. They finish against Harding and
Fitch.
those are both coming up next week. Now taking a look at the standings, you see the two teams in contest tonight are towards the bottom, looking at 7 and 8. Second half.
second half starts to begin. What do you expect to see in this segment?
Well, in the second half, I'm really interested to see in how the Golden Bears try to adjust to the Spartans and see if the Spartans have done anything to like try to push themselves further, because they came out the game out of the sky, just ready to go, and they haven't been back yet.
I'm expecting to see a comeback, or at least somewhat of a comeback.
Yeah, it seems to have been a trend that even though these games start off like more spaced out and scored, they kind of get closer at the end. And
yeah, just like back Canfield game, we unfortunately did not have the pleasure of commentating, but I was here and Boardman was dragged behind in the first half, opposite of this, but they did come back in the second half, and Boardman still lost, but the game still did go into overtime. Am I expecting an overtime tonight? Not so much.
I don't think so either.
But do expect to see somewhat of a comeback? Maybe the score will be 42-33 possibly, or maybe even closer than that. But I do see some kind of comeback coming up.
It's very likely to happen, but also, hey, that's the beauty of sports. You never know what's going to happen.
Indeed. I mean, unless it's golf. I'm kidding. Golf's not a sport. It's a hobby.
Okay. Shots fired. If you look over on that wall right there, you see all the accolades that we have for golf.
And? And another beautiful song by the Jazz 2 Boardman High School Band.
Also known as 2K18 and featured in that band on many of the songs, are one Nathan Chismar, whose birthday is actually today.
And turning 27, I believe, correct?
Not quite. And now it's East.
And it's Young getting fouled on his way up. And Lipke fouled.
He'll shoot two.
I believe this is probably Lipke's 5th time at the foul line tonight. And he's going to be 2 for 2. That shot is no good, but it is recovered by East, but stolen by Holden Lipke, who passes it to Krebs, to Anderson.
Molesky takes a three-pointer.
And it's no good, but recovered by Krebs. And he is fouled on his way up. And the first shot is no good.
In and out.
And the second shot is a little off the mark.
A lot of ball movement.
A lot of outside ball movement. We've been seeing that a lot tonight by East. And now it's going to be 2 for East.
Gillespie taking the shots.
And there's 6:37 left to play in the third quarter. And now the score is going to be 36-20. Boardman's still in the lead. Molesky bombing it across court to Krebs. Lipke's going to get it and loses it, but gets it back. Anderson loses it.
Molesky gets it. Anderson just
drives again and missed, but Krebs recovers it, stays in bounds, gives it to Lipke, gives it to Molesky.
Molesky finally slows down all of that action that occurred.
Anderson loses it, but falls into the bench. And East is going to take it across for 3. It's going to be no good. And Anderson recovers it. And it's going to be Boardman ball. And Holden Lipke gets it. Passes it to Anderson, gives it to Molesky. Molesky gives it back to Anderson, to Lipke. And Lipke for 3, and nothing but net.
Contested three-pointer. Lipke's like, no problem, I got this.
And response, no good. And it's going to be out, and it's going to be Boardman ball, Anderson passing it in. A lot of excitement here starting this second half. A beautiful block by East. And it's going to be Boardman ball. And Anderson for 2, and he makes that one. And Holden Lipke's gonna recover that, but stumbles, gives it to Krebs. Anderson loses it.
Nice transition defense, and another charge.
On none other than Krebs being charged on that one. But it is going to be Boardman ball. Krebs has been taking a beating tonight.
Yeah, a little bit.
And refs having a little discussion. Not too sure what's going on.
I'll take this time now to let you know if you are interested about any of the recent stuff happening in Boardman, you can catch me and Superintendent Tim Saxton talking on the Superintendent's Corner, which is also on this channel.
And Trevina's going to be passing it in to Molesky. And it's going to be a travel on Boardman. Tim Saxton has done wonderful things for this Boardman community. He's trying to dunk it.
Too strong. I don't think our rims are ready for that.
Well, I do remember 2 years ago with Travis Coots, who was a dunker for Boardman.
I do remember calling some of those games.
And East is out of bounds as he steals it. I remember being a freshman coming to the school and coming to my first basketball game and just completely being mind-boggled by seeing Travis Coots dunk it. I did not expect that was ever possible from a high schooler.
I mean, when you have the size that he does, I'm pretty sure anything's possible.
And Trevina's going to be passing it in for Boardman.
Holden
And
Lipke. How?
Molesky with the steal from the pass, and Trevina gets it, gives it to Lipke, and Lipke again for two.
I think I know how he got to 1,000 career points now.
So do I.
That's bench clearing in a push. And a technical foul on Terrell Engels.
Getting a little angry. You won't like him when he's angry. And I would just like to take this time to put in a little plug for our Uncle Drew fans out there and his new movie coming out here soon with Kyrie Irving and Shaquille O'Neal in there and a couple other NBA stars.
A lot of trading happened with the Cavaliers in
Indeed.
this past week or so. It's like a whole new team now.
So I'm scrolling through Twitter and I saw someone put that the Cavs gave up everyone except for LeBron. And I didn't really believe it. And then I saw that they traded 5 of their players, and I can see how they could think that.
Everyone but LeBron. We did a 2.5-hour live stream event of our 100 year of art celebration where our superintendent, Tim Saxton, former superintendent, Larry Saxton, and a lot of Boardman school celebrities, do you want to call them, were in attendance of.
And Lipke.
And that's no good. And the second one, no good either, so neither of the technical shots come off handy.
And Lipke passes it across court to Trevina. Trevina for three, and he makes it, putting them up even further. I may have been wrong about expecting a comeback.
That's no good.
And
Lipke
gets the rebound.
I'm not sure how many rebounds he has in this game, but he's probably really close to getting a double-double.
You know, it is quite amazing how Holden Lipke and all of these other players can be under the net and so close to stepping out of bounds, but being so aware of where they're at all times. It does take true skill.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with the spatial recognition, as there was a travel called on Lipke, I do believe, where it just takes knowing where you are at all times.
And Molesky's going to recover that rebound.
And that pass going down the court, stolen. And East on the other end, no good. 2 shots now. And we'd like to give a special thanks to our athletic department with Mrs. Skorsky, Mrs. Armstrong, all of our trustees and Boosters Club, and our superintendent, Mr. Saxon, for helping with all of our sports, whether it's football, golf, track, basketball, baseball, wrestling, everything. It's insane how much the Boardman community gives to your sports, and it helps so many people.
I'd just like to slide lacrosse into that little group because our season is starting this week. We do not have a game but practice to start, and we are officially in season.
That's another one that I completely forgot about. It's so new, and like being in the second season of being an actual sport, third year as a club sport situation, I'm excited to see the growth of that sport in our community.
Personally, I'm more excited to play on the original football field because our games are held at the old stadium over at Center. And now that we have this new one, no one really thinks about that one that much unless you're talking about the fire station.
Which I drove by the fire station a few days ago, and it looks very nice. I'm excited for that to get finished.
You know, I live over by that fire station, and I've went past it almost every day from stage 1 to now, and the amount of time and effort these guys have put into this thing.
Well, I was talking about time and effort. Connor Miller laying out for that one.
It's amazing as he uppercut or choke slams the player. Not sure what happened there. You're going to believe that was Mike Stiliana?
Dom Stiliana.
Dom Stiliana. Either way, I was wrong. And that's going to be a technical foul.
temper's flaring in this one.
And the first one's going to be good. And the second one is no good.
So back to what we were talking about, the fire station. It's been a project, but it's been a nice one. And also going along with that, the stadium that's right out here it's absolutely beautiful. It helps us out with the filming because of that wonderful jumbotron that we have.
Yeah.
And again, I'd like to especially thank Mrs. Korsky, Mr. Saxton, everyone who was a part of that, and all of the boosters and everyone who donated to...
For 3, and he makes that.
Billy Cammett. Everyone who was a part of that project, it's been a wonderful ride, and I can't wait for it to be completed because the images of the completed project have blown me away, at least. I don't know about anyone else. I'm very impressed with what's going to be right there.
It is quite surprising because I'll be talking to somebody about that stadium, and I tell them that there's still one more phase left, and they kind of look at me confused because that stadium looks already so well built, but no one really knows about phase 3, and if the more we spread the word, the more support and funding that phase will have, and soon our stadium will be a pretty nice stadium, better than it is now.
Yeah, I was joking with Mr. Saxon before, and I told him we should just get a dome because of how beautiful it is. And we'll come to the end of the third quarter, the shot doesn't count.
The only problem with the dome would be is just like how they had in Minnesota, we'd be worried about snow caving in.
I don't think we get as much snow as they do in Minnesota, though.
We do sometimes.
I mean, with the winter that we've had, maybe.
This year hasn't been too bad, but past winters, a couple years ago, I remember being outside and the snow was up to my waist almost. It was pretty crazy. And as we take a break in between quarters here, your score is 51-24. Boardman still in the lead.
And I don't want to count out East at all, but the Spartans may have ran away with this one.
I'm not too sure if they ran away. They might have gotten into a car and drove away.
My point was made.
And Trevina gets it. Gives it to Molesky. And ball is stolen. And it's going to be Boardman ball. Trevina passing it in. Gives it to Krebs. Krebs gives it to Molesky, or at least tries to. And that's going to be out on East. Molesky being smart and not trying to save it.
Being aware of what happened, basically. It takes a lot to tell yourself not to do something when you're so used to trying so hard.
Yeah, it is. Young gives it to Trevina. Trevina gives it to Molesky. I don't think that was willingly, though. And Young gets it. And
Travel
it's going to be a
called.
travel.
Just last night on the BSTN TV YouTube channel, you may have caught the live stream of the Mr. Spartan competition. And we'd like to give congratulations to Manny Perez for winning, and also all the contestants who participated, as it was a fun night. And of course, seeing Mr. Zetz and Miss Flood dance was quite a show to see.
And Molesky's going to be bringing it across court. Gives it to Lipke. Krebs taking it.
Nice pump fake by Holden.
And he gets it. If I'm not mistaken, that has been a few times now where Holden Lipke has shot it up under the hoop with 4 guys around him and still made it. And Krebs gives it to Trevina. Trevina for 3. And that's going to be out on Boardman. Golden Bear ball.
And as we were just now talking about Mrs. Gorski, Mr. Saxon, and that group of people with the stadium, another person who doesn't get quite enough recognition as he probably should for all the advancements that he's made in our school and kind of community has been Mr. Clonis, who teaches us every day and allows us to be in the position that we are right now, commentating this game and filming all the football games, filming the Mr. Spartan competitions, all the concerts, everything.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but Molesky with the beautiful layup there. And Krebs saves it and gives it to Molesky. But like you were saying, yes, Mr. Clonis is, without him, none of this would be possible. You wouldn't be watching this right now, and we wouldn't be sitting here commentating.
And of course, a lot of the other teachers in attendance today, because of the seniors walking out with teachers of their choice, and head coach of the team, Coach Birch, who I actually had in class. He's an amazing guy. Ms. Cullen is here, Mrs. Williams. Mr. Davis is over here. He's been at all of the home boys games for any kind of injuries or anything that would happen. Mrs. Birch, Mr. Birch's wife here.
Even the school nurse is here.
It's amazing how much these teachers and staff members care about the community and the kids of the community. Hoping I didn't miss anyone in that. And I know I've seen our school board members at a lot of the games, being Vicky Davis, John Landers, Jeff Barone, and that company. Oh, and Mr. Simeon, of course, I completely forgot about.
Mr. Sim.
One of the funniest guys in the entire building.
And it's going to be Krebs shooting for Boardman.
Score 55-26. Out of bounds. Stays with Boardman.
East subbing in 4 players. Looks like the Cavs. And it's going to be Derek Anderson shooting for Boardman. And it's going to be good. It's going to get another try. Or another shot. Boardman currently leading by 30 points. And East High is going to recover that one. Little miscommunication there, and Boardman recovers it.
Stiliano getting on the floor. Beautiful pass from Coleman. And I must say, it's great to be in classes with all these guys who are on the court and see how much they joke around with each other and how much fun they actually have with each other. And seeing all the chemistry between them.
It's kind of one of those things to see that they're not just friends on the court, they're also friends off the court.
Comes like a family.
Three. Nope. Good. Covered by Boardman. Keyshawn Coleman.
Nice steal by Miller. Coleman. Shot doesn't count. Travel. Student section upset with the call.
And that shot's going to be good.
.144 to go now. 58-30 is the score. Spartans ahead.
And it's going to be Eric Schrilla who loses it.
And stolen. Under a minute to go. Coleman gets a rebound. Loses it.
And I do believe it's safe to say that this game is over.
Davis.
10 seconds now. That shot no good, and the buzzer is there.
And that's going to wrap up the game. Boardman 58, Golden Bears 34.
Well played game by the Spartans.
The Spartans will host Warren Harding on Tuesday. And next Friday will be senior night against the Falcons.
And Boardman had an outstanding game today. And the Bears did put up a good fight, but at the end of the day, Boardman did run off with the tank.
So a very good W for the Spartans tonight, and we'll see how they conclude their season. For BSTN, I'm Brandon Jackson.
And I'm James Valentine.
Have a
You guys
wonderful
have
night.
a lovely night.